Y2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with the broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Quincy Miller out there with Petrovic. And it's Andrei Kirilenko. And it's Bogdanovic in at the 4 slot. Here's Bogdanovic. Shot clock at 6. Fades away. No good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
For a while, it looked like the Nets would struggle to make the postseason last year, but they pulled it together.
The monster passes to the Cobra. Dishes to Simmons. And he uses the glass on the way.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
To the inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Pass to Petrovic. They set the pick. Over to the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Jackson. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Jackson's got his first basket.
Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
Richardson dishes to Embiid. Passes to the monster. Here's the Cobra. He feeds it to Simmons. Pass to Richardson. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Embiid. Petrovic with the rebound. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Outside Jackson. The pass to Petrovic. Outside Jackson. Pass to Petrovic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Richardson against Kirilenko. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. To the middle. The steal. He kicks it to Jackson. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jackson's got 5 points so far.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I caught up with head coach Brett Brown. He said that one of the challenges they're very conscious of in this matchup is scoring despite the shot blocking. He said, you know jumpers like to jump, so we've got to show them some pump fakes, get them up in the air, and that should allow us to get to the line or create easier looks inside. Kevin, we'll see how it works.
All right, thanks, Doris. I think it's the one thing we were talking about before the broadcast. The defense they're facing always seems to be in a lockdown mode.
Yeah, that's their identity, Kevin, and there's kind of an intimidation factor involved here. They've gained their reputation as a defensive club for a reason. They're tough.
Yeah, they really are tough, and they also do a good job of making you uncomfortable and frustrating you a little bit. So you've got to keep your poise when you're facing a team as good as this one is defensively.
You know, the Sixers, quite honestly, since 2003 have been a team stuck on that treadmill of mediocrity, never winning more than 43 games. You know, last season the organization finally committed to a full overhaul and rebuild.
He hits the second from the line.
And the Sixers rebuild really started in earnest during the 2013 draft when they traded away their all-star point guard Drew Holiday to New Orleans for 2 separate first-round picks. a defining move, I think, to strategically weaken the team while acquiring assets.
Here's the monster after Quincy Miller's bucket. Passes it to the Cobra. Down low, taken away by Kirilenko. Inside, here's Hope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And you look at last season for the Sixers. Yes, they were a losing team, but a losing team with a plan.
Yeah, you know, that's right, Kevin. Coach Brown said that they had 6 NBA players and a bunch of guys fighting for a spot. But as time passes and you see this young talent develop, I think they do have a chance to be pretty special.
Here's Jackson after the Sixers pick up 2. Puts it up from 12. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Now here's Embiid. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And there's the pass to the Cobra. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons. Off the left rim and out.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Outside Jackson. Jackson is doubled. And Brooklyn has possession. Here's the monster. To the wing on the left. Pass to the Cobra. Here's Simmons, guarded by Kirilenko. And that one's good. Simmons. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Brooklyn leading by 6. Right side Jackson. Passes it to Petrovic. Jackson drives in. Tips it up. He hangs second chance points. And it's 6 points for Joel Embiid.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap in.
Hustle points, I believe they called it.
And great instincts, too. Just anticipating where the ball is heading. Great job there, beating everybody else to the ball.
I think looking at the Sixers,
Anytime that you go through a 21-game losing streak during any point of the season, you know you're going to be near the bottom of the conference standing.
What is surprising about the 76ers last year, they had the long losing streak, but somehow managed not to finish at the bottom of the East.
No good on that one. Well, thinking of Philly in the East again, Clark, the fact that they didn't finish dead last after that losing streak says more about the conference than the 76ers.
Well, I guess I could agree with that. I mean, if you go 14-38 against the rest of the East like the 76ers did, you expect to be at the bottom, but amazingly they avoided that last year. Actually, I will agree. It was more of a testament to the East and its lack of quality play.
Now here's Jackson. 9 points in the game so far. There's the pass to Petrovic. Here's Plumlee. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Nets leading by 7. Jackson with it. Plumlee sets the pick for Jackson. Over in the corner, Kirilenko. And they double up Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good by Petrovic.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Rodriguez passes to Simmons. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to the Copa. Embiid with it. Working on Plumlee. And that one's good. Embiid's got his first basket.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Petrovic. He's got 5. Here's Jackson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Jackson's got 11 points.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Rodriguez goes in. Good. Nets leading by 8. Outside Jackson. And they double up Jackson. Petrovic with the pass to Jackson. Kirilenko kicks to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock.
It appears as though the Nets have basically committed to winning now with the way they've handled contracts and trades, and as good as they are, you do have to wonder about their future.
With the Nets, as you said, a lot of older players on the roster, and they've had to surrender a lot of picks to get the talent they do have here. I wonder if that may come back to bite them.
And the first one drops. Well, for the Nets, Clark, the lack of draft picks most certainly will hamper them at some point. But if they are able to come out of the East and make big noise until then, people I don't think are going to mind.
No, I agree with you there. I mean, it's going to be interesting. They do have the finances despite not having the draft picks, so perhaps they can land a couple of good free agents.
And so he hits both.
Brooklyn Nets going all in last season, a record $89 million in luxury tax payments, on a mission to win a championship. Of course, it didn't happen, but the question is, where do they go from here?
Now here's Rodriguez. Here's Noel using his post move to get the 2 points. Brooklyn leading by 8. 1:30 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Karasov. Anderson right side for the 3. And it's Noel with the rebound.
And, you know, for the Nets, between their trades with the Hawks and the Celtics, they've actually traded away most of their draft picks through 2018. So, you know, what you see is pretty much what you're going to get with this group.
Now here's Plumlee. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the Nets miss again. 76ers have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Off on the layup. And you remember the Nets owner guaranteed a title within 5 years. That's this postseason. Said if he failed, he'd punish himself by, Steve, getting married.
I'm sure his future wife appreciates that comment.
Yeah,
but,
really.
I don't know. Maybe he's a romantic at heart, Kevin, or maybe not.
What a way to get your marriage started.
Yes. And here are the 76ers now, following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Black Hole. Shot clock at 6. Noel trying to break loose. Carter Williams with the bucket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Kicks to Jackson. The 3. That's good. Jackson's got 16.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. It's the Nets. They're up by 11. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, the Nets enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, they have been fantastic offensively, really coming out strong, and they've lit it up.
Yeah, they have. I mean, very much in control and shooting the ball extremely well.
The 76ers trail by 11. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Thompson. Nerlens Noel is out there with Saric. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams. And it's Blackwell in at the shooting guard. Here's Saric. Good on the 7-footer. Saric has got the first basket of the second quarter for Philadelphia. Nets leading by 9. Brown outside. Anderson outside. Here's the screen. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. Anderson outside. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, Sixers head coach Brett Brown, a basketball lifer. His father was a respected high school coach and actually coached him before he went on to start at point guard at Boston University under Rick Pitino.
And Brown was a pretty good player, athletic, fast, great hands. After college, he played professionally in Australia.
And he ended up living there for 17 years. So between growing up in New England and his time down under, he's developed an interesting accent. Some have called it Australian. I like his fire, too. He's a competitive, energetic guy.
Eldon Brand's checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Blackhole. That one misses.
You know, you can go a lot of different directions here in terms of trying to describe how bad the Sixers were, but I'm just going to leave it at they really were bad. And it started with their struggles at home. But they do have a promising talent in Michael Carter-Williams.
6 to shoot. Here's Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Brown kicks to Carson. Back to Brown. Feeds to Anderson. Here's Karasov. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Anderson can't get it to go. You mentioned the 76ers struggling here at home. 10 home wins all year, which Steve was tied for the fewest in the league.
Yeah, and you know the Philly faithful let them hear about it. But I think, you know, in general, the fans understand the process here and the plan. They're going young. They're going to suffer for a while, but it can't last too long in Philadelphia. The fans won't stand for that. Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
The Nets definitely came on strong as the season wore on last year, but they still were not a very strong road team.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Simmons is checked in. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Nets. Petrovic is checked in for Karasov. And both free throws good for Anderson.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And, you know, this lead is going to grow if they can continue to get to the free throw line.
Brand, good. The guys, the Nets are terrible on the road, really. 16-25 was their road record. And it's a big reason they only finished 6th in the East.
You know, there really isn't one thing you can point to statistically, Kevin, as to why they struggled on the road. This is just life in the NBA. It's easier to win home games just because of the comfort level and having the crowd behind you.
Passes it to Petrovic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Petrovic has got 7 points in the game. And so here is Philadelphia. 9-point game. Carter Williams dishes to Brand. Stolen away. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Sixers coach Brett Brown, for 12 years an assistant with the Spurs. Coach Popovich said he, quote, lives and breathes the game. Fellow Spurs alum, Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer said he fits Philly because he's blue collar and he's a tough dude. He's demanding, but players love and respect him. Kevin?
The perfect guy to rebuild their foundation indeed. Doris, thank you. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, Joel Embiid, born in Cameroon, the son of a professional handball player. He only started playing basketball at the age of 16. He'd been playing soccer and volleyball, but I tell you, his development in the game has been rapid.
The Monsters checked in for Carter Williams. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Anderson. Thompson outside, and the pass to the Monsters. And Thompson kicks to Simmons. Puts it up from 12. Another miss by Philadelphia. And for Embiid, his countryman and NBA veteran Luc Richard Mbamute spotted him at a camp in Africa. That was the start of it all.
Came over to the U.S., didn't play a whole lot in high school, expected to redshirt at Kansas, but ended up starting from day one. And the thing I liked about him is he almost improved, not just game to game. You could see improvement within games.
That's
with
a great
Embiid.
point. You're right. Three-pointer. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Bogdanovich has got his third rebound tonight.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Out to the right wing. Here's Petrovic. Here's Hope. It's hauled in by Richardson. The 76ers trail by 13. Pass to the Monster. In low to Brand. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Here's Petrovic. He's got 9. 6 to shoot. Over to the left wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Petrovic has got 6 in the quarter. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Simmons passes to Richardson. Here's the Monster. Fires for 3. And that one's good. The Monster's got 6 points.
Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, a little trigger happy here, Clark. And you can't win the game with one shot. You got to vary it up, challenge the defense inside.
Pass to Petrovic. Cannot hit. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's the Monster. He has 6. The feed to Brand. A baseline J. Again, Philadelphia.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Elton Brand always deceptive with his wingspan. Standing 6'9", he's a quality defender at the center position, thanks to his 9'2" standing reach.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Hashim Thabit, he's checked in for Brand. The Cobra comes in for Thompson. And Rodriguez is subbed in for Richardson. Plumlee, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Quincy Miller comes in for Brown. Nets leading by 8. And for Brand defensively, Clark, a wide frame, and he catches shooters off guard with those long arms.
And you know, he's still a good rebounder and shot maker from mid-range, Kevin. He's no longer the all-star post threat of his younger days, but he's still contributing as a nice role.
Simmons passes to the Cobra. Embiid dishes to Simmons. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Beautiful dish down low.
The 76ers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
One shot.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jackson kicks to Kirilenko. It's picked off. Here's the Cobra. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now Rodriguez. Clock at 6. Now the pass to the Monster. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Well, you look at the numbers, Kevin. Last year they were around 71% from the line as a team, so not a very good number there.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Both good from the line that time.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
Here's Petrovic. 14 points for him. Plumlee in the post. Working on Rodriguez. Pass to Petrovic. Count it from 12. Petrovic has got 16.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Rodriguez against Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Kirilenko. Back to Jackson. Lets it go from 11. The shot no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Rodriguez outside. The Monster passes to the Cobra. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Well, the playoffs weren't really a goal for the 76ers last year, Steve. They just wanted to get their young players some experience and build a foundation for their future.
And in that respect, they accomplished it. I mean, you have to be careful when rebuilding, however, that losing culture doesn't start to take over. So that's the challenge here the next couple of years.
And the 76ers with some changes. Sarge comes in for the Prodigy. And Black Hole subbed in for the Monster. And then for Brooklyn, Mirza Teletovic comes in for Bogdanovic. And it's Karsov in for Petrovic.
And, you know, to add to what you said with the 76ers and losing, not a real danger just yet, but a few more years like last year and it can become a problem. And you tend to have guys start accepting it. And you don't want to go down that road.
Clock at 4, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Outside Jackson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Oh, what a tough season it was for the Sixers. Obviously rebuilding and got out to a pretty good start early with some nice wins, but ultimately their lack of talent showed, and they were getting blown out there most of the second half of the season.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And that one misses.
What a great game for Miller in this one. 16 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Noel's checked in for the 76ers. Allen Anderson's checked in for Brooklyn. And he sinks the second. Here's Rodriguez. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Here's Black Hole, guarded by Jackson. And Noel kicks to Sarge. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
.35 seconds left here in the second. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Black Hole. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Passes to Rodriguez. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so we conclude the first half. Nets lead by 11. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Jason, I saw you briefly talking to Coach. What did he say was the objective from here on out?
Just go in there being aggressive, try to get the lead. We got to understand that they're going to go through the passing lanes. We got to be better with the ball.
Valuing the basketball always so crucial, Jason. Thanks for the time. Guys.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Quincy Miller in this game, he's been everywhere.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
Kicking off the second half, here's Lionel Hollins 5. Petrovic is out there with Quincy Miller. And it's Andrei Kirilenko. And it's Bogdanovic in at the 4 spot. To the inside. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but That's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
The pass to the Cobra. The dish now to Embiid. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That one on Embiid. The 76ers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
At the line for 2.
The free throw drops for Embiid. And Embiid drops them both.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Jackson, a screen on Richardson. Pass to Bogdanovich. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 13 now for the Nets. Simmons passes to the Monster. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Richardson kicks to Simmons. Great touch on the 16-footer. Simmons got 10.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Petrovic. Clock at 6. And that one's good. He's got 18.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here in the last few possessions.
The Monster passes to the Cobra. Taken away by Kirilenko. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. There's the bucket. Good.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
The 76ers trail by 15. Timeout called the 76ers. Andre Kirilenko dealing with injury issues last season with Brooklyn. Back spasms cost him almost 2 full months to start the year. And then, Steve, even in his return, he admitted he wasn't 100%.
Yeah, the calf was a problem most of the season. So big reduction in his minutes and scoring, but still a valued contributor for the Nets.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told them to be looking to attack in the open floor. He doesn't want them getting slowed down in half-court sets. He wants the fast break to be a major weapon. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thank you for that, Doris.
And for Kirilenko, I mean, he said he stopped paying attention to his stats last season. His focus was on doing the best he could to elevate the Nets in the win column. And they made a push late in the season.
Petrovic. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Petrovic has got 22.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Banked in off the glass. That's now 8 points for the Monster.
And Kirilenko, a great value signing for the Nets. Owed $10 million in his contract with the Royals. He opted out and signed a deal with the Nets for the mid-level, which is about a third that much. It did raise some eyebrows.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade before coming back out on the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical. It's been fast. It's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout. You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
Here's Simmons. Rebound, Brooklyn. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. During that last break, I heard Lionel Hollins as he addressed his team. Teamwork was the theme of the discussion in that huddle. He said, quote, "Good shots are there for us on the perimeter if we share the ball, work it around, and find the open man." The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Richardson, no luck. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
The 76ers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for the Cobra. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
The big story from last year was that the NBA finally was able to come to an agreement with the Silna brothers. They were owners from the ABA who had a huge stake in the media rights of the NBA.
Now here is Kirilenko. 6 to shoot. Here's Jackson, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Jackson's got 19 points. Well, the Silna brothers out of St. Louis, they own the St. Louis franchise, and when the ABA and NBA merged, they cut a deal to get about 2% of the NBA's TV revenue with no end in sight.
And Kevin, one of the greatest deals in the history of deal making across all industries is that deal the Silna brothers were able to cut, but it has finally been negotiated away. And with the way the NBA has become a global phenomenon with televisions across the globe, that was the best deal, as I just said, ever made. I'm happy they were able to put a cap on that deal for the owners that are now in the NBA.
And I'd like to make the announcement now. We're changing our names. That's Clark Silna. I'm Kevin Silna. Goodbye, everybody. And the 76ers making a change here. Rand's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Brown's checked in for 3. Richardson, and he gets the bucket. Richardson's got 7.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Brown. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Brown kicks to Kirilenko. Back to Brown. It's stolen by Carter-Williams. He dishes it to Richardson. He feeds it to Brand. Stolen. Outside Kirilenko. Dishes to Brown. There's the pass to Petrovic. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by Brand. And even 3-on-3 break. Tries from 10. That's good. Brand's got 8.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
It's Brown with the drive. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. And the Nets lead by 13. Timeout called the 76ers.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
And the 76ers with some changes. Noel's checked in for Embiid. Black Hole comes in for Jason Richardson. And Rodriguez is subbed in for the Prodigy. Here's Black Hole. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Kicks it to Carter Williams. Tries again. He takes it up and lays it in.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Well, Nerlens Noel's rookie season, essentially a medical redshirt, recovering from ACL surgery in early 2013. So this will be his true rookie season.
The 76ers trail by 11. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Michael Carter Williams with that rare height at the point guard spot. He's 6'6", long arms. And one thing you love about taller point guards, the ability to really survey the court and pass over the top of the defense.
And for Carter Williams, great quickness at his height. And Clark able to defend smaller players and get by them to penetrate on the other side of the floor.
And he needs that, Kevin, because his jump shot is still very much a work in progress. It's not broke, but it's wobbling a little bit. He's got to tighten that thing up going forward.
Sarge is checked in for Elton Brand. Good on the second